Friday night lights in Mifflin County, Pennsylvania are back, but the page is now turned. We welcome you all to Donald M. Chapman III Stadium in Kish Bank Field. I'm Aiden Stevens.
I'm Colston Divin.
And to start, before we address anything about the game, I would like to personally apologize upon our behalf here. We're having some streaming technical difficulties. We're trying to work our way through it. So the video might be a little bit choppy. We saw this a little bit during the baseball season if you followed us there, but we're working our best through it, and we apologize once again. We are continuously working on it behind the scenes, but we hope to get it better, and yeah, I apologize for that. So let's head into the game. Colston, what are your notes on Central Mountain?
For Central Mountain, obviously, it's their first game on the year, but last season wasn't so hot for them. Outscored by an average of 4 times. So, for instance, they would lose 28-0 on average in their losses last year, and they also didn't win a game. So, obviously, they want to bounce back in a massive way, flip the script, and try to get maybe a playoff berth, anything like that. Last year, in terms of Mifflin County, lost 42-6 in a blowout. They're trying not to get that to happen again. But the fun fact here, they've never beaten Mifflin County.
These teams have versed off 3 times every year since 2022. Huskies have came out on top in all 3 of those games. First game of the season, first game at this new stadium. Coming off a 4-6 season, the Huskies looks to bounce back with a strong season and a postseason berth. If they win this game, they are in the district playoffs against State College in Altoona, which we possibly could see later in the season. All they need to do is win this game, Colston. As we're going to do the national anthem with
retired band director of the past 30-plus years, Art Belfiore. We begin a new era in Mifflin County athletics. We want to recognize 11 of our major donors who, without their significant contributions and those of many others, this project would not have been possible. Please join us in welcoming to the field the following 11 donors. Our honorary chairman, who kicked off the campaign, retired state senator Jake Corman. Del Guarini and Rose Guarini. Representing First Quality, Nikki Dyer and Bill Capulliez and Tracy Capulliez. Representing the Lake Auto Dealerships, Bill Lake and Luke Lake. From Standard Steel, Tyler Fita. From Fleet Reps, Kevin Walker and Christine Walker. From Markel Paper, Emily Swineford and Michelle Hoffmaster. Representing Geisinger, AJ Hartsock and Stacy Osborne. And from Kish Bank, Kimberly Love.
All right, let him know. He says he can't hear you guys.
In addition to these donors, we do have one more huge thank you to make. Please direct.
We would like to thank all of the donors possible to able to make this whole facility, from the baseball field to the softball field to the football field, everything. We'd like to thank all of the donors, especially Donald Chapman, which the stadium is named after. So we're going to get ready for the coin toss. Once again, I'm sorry. I'd like to first off get out of the way. I'm sorry for all the confusion. Sometimes we go silent, sometimes we don't, but we're working it out. A bunch of new parts have came in over the last year. For Mitchell Field, it was just me and Colston and a camera person. Now we have 2 to 3 camera people, instant replay, VMix, PA announcer. We have a whole crew, and I'd like to thank everyone on that crew for being a part of this today.
And hopefully you're going to get to see stuff like that, the instant replay and all of that jazz, all the little stuff that you're hopefully going to see without it being choppy. But we'll
Yeah,
see.
we're working on it. Slow and steady wins the race. That's what they all say, you know. Colston, you have another year after this, but I'm a senior. You're a junior, you know. It's going to be a fun last year for me.
Swan song for you.
Yeah.
I get another year of this, so.
I'm kind of jealous, I can't lie. But coin toss is happening as we speak here, as Amy Chapman, obviously Donald Chapman sadly passed away in 2022. Thoughts are with his family and peers. She'll be flipping the coin toss here. So I believe we're going to get the result. Huskies will defend the student section end zone. And I believe the Huskies are going to start with the ball, and they will. So we're going to see Hartung in the offense take the field for the first time.
As of last year, obviously Fletcher Wilson came in late that final game, but I liked what I saw out of Hartung. The senior, 6'1", 170. They've got 2 quarterbacks on the roster in Christine and Hartung, but they gave the nod to Hartung as a senior. Obviously, if things do get dire, maybe Christine comes in here later in the season. But as of week 1 in the brand new stadium, Hartung is getting the nod.
Obviously, we saw Hartung a little bit last season whenever Fletcher Wilson, a senior, went down with an injury earlier in the season. As there we go, onto our on-field cam for the Huskies. Huskies are going to start with the ball here, going from left to right. Let's see what this new offense can do against Central Mountain. Obviously, the Huskies won this game last year 42-6.
So they're looking to keep that momentum going, as never lost to them. So they're looking to keep that streak alive. We are moments away from kickoff.
Be Landon Haig back deep for the Huskies. Kicking off for the Wildcats will be number 17, Micah Carson. 90 years of Mitchell Field we had, hosting a bunch of different teams, Lewistown High School, Mifflin County. But now we go to a new era in Mifflin County sports. We are underway in Donald M. Chapman III Stadium. Caught by Landon Haig at the 5-yard line. Goes to the 20, 25, 30. Has a nice gap. He's to the 40. Breaks outside, gets to the 40-yard line, and the Huskies have great field position to start.
As of last year, what we'd like to see from kickoff was that Huskies kick return team very solid as they go all the way to the 40 there to start it out. Haig with a nice return. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Huskies offense with a short field to go.
Got to get the rust off here early, Colston, for both us up here in the booth and the players on the field. It will be number 9, Hartung in shotgun. It'll be Haig and Farley to the left. It'll be 2 receivers on each side. Running back goes in motion. 5 wide. Hartung drops back the pass. Looking deep over the middle. Has the running back. Isn't able to catch it. The flag stays in the pocket, and it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Huskies.
Hartung there going for the deep ball on the very first play. A little bit underthrown. They decided to not call it. I think that's a fair call. Obviously, it wasn't very catchable there. More catchable for the DB on the opening play, as it's going to be 2nd and 10.
I can see why you throw the flag, and if you don't, DB never turned his head to look back at the ball. I'm not even sure if he knew it was right there. But it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Huskies. Expect to see a lot of passing from this offense here through the air when you have threats like Landon Haig and a bunch of other really good receivers for this Huskies. Hartung has experience with this team. Here comes 2nd and 10 from the 40. It'll be a toss to the far side of the field. Breaks 1 tackle, able to reel him back in. That'll be number 19, Cole Corman, the junior, 6'1", 190. Plays linebacker and running back. It'll be 3rd and long here to go for the Huskies.
What I like from last year was the man carrying the ball there. Jackson Strohacker had a solid year last year before he got hurt. I like to see what he does here, as he's only a sophomore, one of the few on the team that can do it and do it well, as Mifflin County with a bit of a committee approach here as we started out, but they've got a 3rd and long here and looking to convert.
3rd and long, Hartung in the gun. It'll be 3rd and 8 officially at the 42. 2 receivers to his left. So I believe we're going to have a timeout called by the Huskies. That hurts to burn one early. You're watching MCTV. I'm Aiden Stevens.
I'm Colston Diven.
And we will return to you after this commercial break. Huskies taking the field with 3rd and 8 to go on the opening drive. Huskies put up 42 on the Wildcats last year. Offense looking a little different. Obviously, first game, got to get the rust off against the number 1 offense from Central Mountain. But here comes 3rd and 8 for the Huskies. It's the official. We're going to have an official timeout here.
Looks like they were just spotting the ball here. Should be no further stoppage here for a 3rd and long for Hartung and company.
Hartung in the gun. Drops back to pass. Looking, here comes the pressure over the middle behind Haig. It'll be incomplete. And after the 40-yard kick return, it'll be a 3 and out for the Huskies on offense.
Once again, Hartung, as you said, you got to get the rust off, but that's a throw you got to hit. Haig was open over the middle, just behind him, and the Huskies, after a great kick return, are 3 and out.
3 and out for the Huskies offense.
Central Mountain, 2 people back there for them. You don't see many teams doing it like this.
Beamer back to punt the ball. That one, nice punting, nice punt inside the 25. It'll be down at the 23-yard line, and we're going to see for the first time today Kyle Everett and the Wildcats offense.
Everett, the sophomore. This is a very young quarterback group. They've got 2 quarterbacks here, a sophomore and a freshman. They're going to give the nod to the sophomore here, try and keep it alive here. 10:45 to go. The Huskies 3 and out. If you're just now joining us, Central Mountain is going to get their first drive here.
First drive for Everett and company. Mario Serfani, senior receiver wearing number 1. Watch out for him. Here comes 1st and 10. It'll be gun, 2 receivers to the right. Handoff up the middle, bounces it outside. That's a possible holding there on number 29. That would be Caden Peck with the possible holding call. They won't call it. The run went to Dalton McDermott, the senior, 5'10", 185, plays linebacker on the defensive side of the ball.
For the first play there for Central Mountain, very successful. Looked like an inside run that could have been stopped. Bouncing it outside there, seeing a lane, nets him 5, cuts it in half, and it's 2nd and 5.
Refs letting the players play, 2nd and 5. Already has more total offensive yards than the Huskies do, as Huskies lost some key pieces in the linebacking core like Avery Arend. It'll be trips near side. Another inside handoff. That one will get a yard, maybe 2. That one goes back to McDermott. Here comes 3rd and 3 for the Wildcats.
Looked like a read option play there by Central Mountain. They decide to hand it off because that was going to look to be blown up either way. And after a good first down play, 2nd down not so successful, we've got 3rd down and 3 here for the Wildcats.
3rd and 3. Both plays were shotgun runs. Let's see what Everett and the offense has this time. It will be shotgun, trips far side, one-on-one with Haig at the bottom of the screen. Quarterback power, far to the outside, has a lane to the 35, all the way to the 40, and a hard hit at the sideline by number 16, Reese Christine. Central Mountain wants the flag. They aren't going to get it, and Christine lowered the shoulder there very late on the play.
I like how the refs are letting them play here early, but you can't do that too many times without getting a flag. But a big hit there from Christine after letting up the first.
Also the quarterback, too. That's not your average running back hit there. Christine trying to send a message here as it's 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Shotgun, dropping back the snap. Here comes the pressure. Quarterback's going to keep it himself, and he'll go nowhere. It might be a loss of 1. Maybe fights back to the line of scrimmage. But Huskies on this set of downs look a lot better on the first play.
So far, it seems like for this Wildcats quarterback, he wants to run. They've had a QB power, a read option, and on that pass play, didn't look too much downfield before trying to run there on 1st down as the Huskies impact the middle, and they get them to make it 2nd and 10 as they try to get something here.
It'll be 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, a tight end to the left. Pitch play to the outside, far side of the field. This one once again goes nowhere, and the running game for Central Mountain has stalled out after the first 3 plays.
Dalton with the handoff there for Central Mountain just did not go anywhere. Huskies starting to get over that run game, and once again, 2 straight plays there with not great yardage. That one a loss of 1. It's going to be 3rd and long, called 11 here for the Wildcats.
Everett gets the signal from coach. It'll be 3rd down and 11 officially. Ball at the 36.5-yard line. They need to get to the 49 for a first. Everett in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the left, tight end, and a receiver to the right. Running back also to the left. Huskies sending pressure. Got hit as thrown. Thrown behind a one-handed snag. 2 yards short of the guards to gain. That'll be Serfani with the catch. And it'll be 4th and 2. And what do you do, Colston?
Before we decide what to do here, that is an amazing grab. That ball very high, and he puts his hand up and gets it. That's what the gloves can do here. As of right now, this Wildcats offense is out there.
I like it. You're trying to send a tone early. 7:29 left here in the first quarter. 0-0 is our score. If you're just joining us, we welcome you to MCTV. I'm Aiden Stevens. He's Colston Diven. And if you're just joining us, we apologize for some technical difficulties with the camera. We are working on it in between breaks. As here comes 4th and 2. Two to the left, two to the right. Running back also lines up in the pistol. Quarterback power has the first down. The yardage to gain. He's right at midfield, and it'll be a Wildcats first down. The call to go for it on fourth pays off.
As we've seen so far, this quarterback likes to run, and I think Central Mountain knows it. They go a QB power straight up the middle, try and see if the blockers can hold, and they do. 4th and 2, a gutsy call here early, pays off for the Wildcats with a 1st and 10, now at midfield.
Now, Colston, you know I love myself some smash mouth football, and the Wildcats are doing it as we speak. And in the shotgun, 2 receivers to the right, tight end and receiver to the left. Handoff. Oh, quarterback keeper. Nice read option. Huskies right there. That'll be number 29, Kane Peck with the tackle. Plays defensive tackle and tight end for the Huskies. After the gain of 2, it'll be 2nd and 8. Make it 7.
As we've seen so far, a lot of rushes here so far for the Wildcats. Mifflin County there. I tried to go with the pass approach. Seems like so far, as Aiden said, smash mouth football been more effective here after the gain of 4.
2nd and 6 officially is the marker inside the Huskies 50. Handoff up the middle. Stiff arms a man and runs right into a Husky defender. That was number 19, Cole Corman with the run. The junior, 6'1", 190. Gets wrapped up after the gain of 2, 1.5. It'll be 3rd and 5, 4.5. They'll mark it.
That was Nevin Farley there with the tackle, if you're wondering. Great tackle there, not letting him get any extra yardage. And now 3rd down and about 5.
See, we brought in our second field cam once again. Thank everybody on the MCTV production crew. Without this, a lot of these cool stuff is not possible. 3rd and 4. Quarterback and shotgun. 4 down linemen. Here comes the pressure from the Huskies. Quick slant over the middle. Too high. Incomplete. And it'll be 4th and 4. We saw the Wildcats go for it last time. What do they do this time?
It seems like the Wildcats there, they're playing aggressive. They're going to go for it. But I want to say that pass there just a bit too high. And even if he did get his mitts on it there, which he did, Christine was there with the big hit as he popped it out of him there. 4th and 4 at the 44. Here they call it. A little bit of switching here for the Wildcats. 4th and 4. They're going for it again. Can they be 2 for 2? Mifflin County.
I believe the punt team's actually on the field, Colston.
Oh, my bad.
It looks like a punting formation. Haig is back deep, standing around the 15-yard line. Punter punting into the sun. That glare will not help him. Huskies looking like they're going to bring the pressure. Snaps high. Gets behind the punter. Can he get it out? It will, and it'll go out of bounds around the 40-yard line. They'll put it at the 40 and exactly. And Colston, that is not a great punt from the Wildcats.
We've seen it before, though, although that is not a great punt on the high snap. Mifflin County had a short field on the kickoff, and Central Mountain got the stop here. But Mifflin County here, another short field. This time, can they capitalize here with 5:23?
As we see here with our instant replay feature, the snap just got a little bit high. That's really cool. I can't lie, Colston.
It is really cool. I like it. But 5:23 here left to go. Here's off the offense. Hartung and Strohecker in the backfield.
Hartung, shotgun, trips near side. Be a handoff to Strohecker up the middle. He'll get a gain of 1, make it 2. 2nd and long for the Huskies.
Once again, Mifflin County, they saw how the Wildcats were doing a lot of handoffs inside and outside. They try it there on 1st down with Strohecker, and just nothing going there. It's going to be 2nd and maybe 9 or 8.
They're going to make it 8.5. We'll call it 9. So Hartung's going to line up in the gun. Haig to his right. So is Strohecker. Man in motion. Jet touch pass to the outside. Has a lane to the 45. Gets wrapped up by the ankles at the 47-yard line. And Mario Serfani, who had the one-handed catch for the offense, has a nice one-handed tackle for the defense.
Shoestring tackle there for the Wildcats there on a good jet touch pass. Could have been even better if not for the shoestring tackle. It's a solid gain. It makes it 3rd and manageable for the Huskies.
0-0 our score. 4 minutes, 20 seconds left in the 1st quarter. Hartung heads back to the huddle. Here comes 1st and 10. Or 3rd and 2, my apologies. That's on me, ladies and gentlemen. It'll be shotgun set. Farley, Strohecker, and Haig to the right. Drops back the pass. Looking over the middle, has Farley caught. First down Huskies, breaks one tackle, gets all the way to the 42, and that'll be a Huskies first down.
Farley, the senior, not listed as a receiver, but he sure can do it. Mifflin County are got a lot of weapons they can use here. On a catch there by Farley, 3rd and 2, just a short drag route is a first down.
Drag route over the middle, shook one defender and dove forward as on our replay. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 42.
I got to say, that instant replay is so cool.
I love it.
It's so cool. Major improvement. We did not have that at Mitchell, so I love seeing it. 1st and 10, though, at the 42 for the Huskies.
It'll be Hartung and shotgun. Haig double teamed just on the bottom right of your screen. It'll be a handoff to Strohecker. He's got a lane. That'll be a gain of 6. And it'll be 2nd and short coming up.
As I said earlier, Strohecker is one of my favorite players from last year who could take a big leap. He was a freshman last year. He's got plenty of time left to go, and he does it like that. Breaks tackles. He's an efficient runner. Mifflin County, they had a different running back on the first play. Strohecker's been leading it the rest.
Here comes 2nd and 4, maybe 5. Haig double teamed on the bottom side screen. Hartung, handoff to Strohecker up the middle again. He'll get 1. Offensive line pushes for 2, maybe 3. It'll be 3rd and short for the Huskies. Go ahead.
Sorry about that. As I said earlier, Strohecker is a very powerful runner. He can run it up the middle and take some defenders with him. If Mifflin County gets the push on offensive line that they get, it can be a long night for Strohecker, or more specifically for this Wildcats defense.
Here comes 3rd and 1.5. Strohecker in the gun. Timeout called, I believe, by Landon Haig calls the timeout. We're going to have a substitution here for the Huskies. Referee's timeout. And something must have happened with Haig, and that is a possible big loss for the Huskies, depending on how long he's out. Maybe his helmet fell off.
Not sure here. He doesn't seem to be injured.
Handoff up the middle to Strohecker. He's got a lane to the 30, 25-20. Stiff arms a man to the 15, still on his feet, down to the 10-yard line. Jackson Strohecker runs through the line.
There's Strohecker again, as I said, a powerful runner. Reminds me of Isaiah Pacheco, and he's just making yardage go. Obviously, if you get Haig there on the outside, could be maybe a better block. No, but Strohecker there, you see why he gets all those carries. He does plays like that.
Was there a penalty? There was holding against the Huskies that we're just now finding out about. And it'll be from, instead of 1st and goal at the 10, it'll be 3rd and 11 at the Huskies, or at the Wildcats' 43-yard line. Heartbreak.
We finally get a big play here for either side, really a big chunk play, and it's taken away as Haig coming back in here. If you're the Wildcats here, 3rd and 11, you have to expect pass.
I must say, if we ever get a zoomed out shot, I'd like to point out the attendance here. It is packed.
It is very packed here. 3rd and 11, though. Hartung here.
Hartung shotgun, drops back, looking. Rolling out to his right, throwing over the middle. Landon Haig, nice deflection there by number 32, Haynes Donley, the sophomore. Plays running back and defensive back, breaks up the pass, and it's 4th and 11. It's an awkward distance to punt, but it's also too long for a field goal.
As Central Mountain was thinking here, you have that big penalty. It gives you a lot of momentum here, maybe for the next offensive drive. Mifflin County, they get a big chunk play with Strohecker, and yet it's taken away just like that. Mifflin County's one big play taken away, and now they are set to punt.
Beamer, low snap, and there's going to be a penalty flag. False start against the Huskies. That's kind of fortunate for them, in my opinion. That was a low snap. Central Mountain was coming.
It maybe even helps because it gets a little bit more space to boom that punt, even though it might have been better for Central Mountain if they had kept that. Ref calls it, though. It's going to be 4th and 16 as we get set for another punt.
Where have I heard that before? 4th and 16, obviously the last game at Mitchell. Beamer gets the punt. Nice punt there. Rolling back to the 10. Backspin, and he pins it down at the 9, maybe 8-yard line. And Joel Beamer having himself a day at the punter position.
Beamer, obviously, we saw last year he was a very productive punter, and he does it there. Central Mountain is going to have a long field to go with 57 seconds left to go. No score here, our score, as Central Mountain starts at the 8.
0-0 is our score, 57 seconds. Dog pound is filled up. Near side bleachers are filled up, and the far side bleachers where the Huskies fans are seated, see about 2 empty seats, if that. Here comes Everett at shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, man in motion. Jet touch pass. Huskies did this on their last drive. This one, he'll get ripped down by number 56 for the Huskies, Corbin Yoder. Plays tackle and defensive tackle, and it'll be 2nd and 8, maybe 9.
Very important thing for this Huskies team. This is a very senior and junior heavy team. I counted 2 players are sophomores on this entire team, one of them being Strohecker. And obviously, for the future of Mifflin County football, you want to get more of those sophomores involved coming into their junior year next year.
Everett in shotgun, fakes the jet touch pass, and I believe we're going to have a false start. That'll be half a distance to the goal. False start against the Wildcats.
Obviously, that's good for Mifflin County here. Very short field here for the Wildcats. You usually expect in these types of situations a run play or a play action. So if they do that play action, Mifflin County sends a blitz. Be a great stop here.
They'll put them back at the 4. Here comes 2nd and 14 for the Wildcats.
The question, do we see another play in this first quarter?
I don't think we will. So the clock's going to run out. 000 show on the scoreboard. That's the end of 1. That'll end the first quarter. 0-0 is our score. Central Mountain has the ball. 2nd and 14. You're watching MCTV football. I'm Aiden Stevens.
I'm Colston Diven.
And we'll be back with you. Second quarter action right after this. We welcome you back to Donald M. Chapman III Stadium, Kish Bank Field. We switch sides here as it'll be 2nd down and 14, and Central Mountain's facing the dog pound.
Obviously, you never want to face the dog pound. Obviously, they have a very small section there. Or maybe, I don't exactly know.
The whole section except the band is the dog pound / student section.
Well, then they've got a lot to worry about there.
Here comes 2nd and 14 at the Central Mountain own 4. Quarterback in shotgun, rolls out, looking, throwing over the middle, incomplete. And the penalty flag will fly. This will be pass interference, I believe, against the Huskies. So it'll be 1st and 10, presuming this is against Mifflin County.
Refs talking it over. As I said, they ran that play action. You send some pressure for Mifflin County. Could be result in safety here. Let's see what the call is, though.
Holding against the Huskies. So that, I believe, is not a guaranteed or an automatic first down, but I believe it is a gain of 5 yards. And it'll be 2nd and 10 or 2nd and 9 still.
Obviously, much better than what you could have had, which would have been a 3rd and 14 at your own 4. Most likely, if they had kept that, would have been a dead
Or
drive.
sorry, that's a gain of 10. It's 2nd and 4. My apologies.
Much more manageable here now at the 14 here for the Wildcats.
Everett and gun. Quick screen pass, far side, too high for Serfani. Incomplete. 3rd and 4 inside the Wildcats 20.
As we've seen so far, the Wildcats, when they pass, which has been pretty rare here so far, they've been targeting Safani here on just a little screen pass, just a bit high. Obviously, these two quarterbacks, as I said, sophomores and freshmen. So obviously, they got to get a little bit of the rust off, maybe a little bit of the nerves. But 3rd and 4 here, what do they dial up?
Everett in gun, running back to his left. They'll give it to him. The Huskies blow it up there originally. Jukes inside and nowhere close to the first down. He'll get back to the line. 4th and 4. Huskies defense right on top of McDermott.
That's Gavin Harrington with the tackle. And what I've liked to see so far from Mifflin County here, they've been very trying to get those hits on as they've been lowering the shoulder. You've seen, obviously, Christine's been doing it. Harrington did it there. It's going to be, even though they got the penalty, a 3 and out for the Wildcats. Low scoring so far in a game that was a blowout last year.
Here comes Corman to punt. Haig stands at the Central Mountain 44. That one, oh, and it's shanked, and the Huskies get the ball inside the 15.
I believe that might have been blocked there by Mifflin County as somebody got back there.
I think that just got off his foot wrong. I don't think that was blocked or anything. That just looked off. And it'll be 1st and goal for the Huskies. And for the 3rd time this game on their 3rd drive, gifted field position.
This time, though, a lot shorter of a field. You don't even have a first down at this point. You just got to get to the end zone. Either way here, very short field goal if they can get it, or maybe even a touchdown here. 1st and goal. Strohecker, the powerful runner here, in.
It'll be Hartung shotgun. Haig to the far right of the field. And I believe Huskies will call their 2nd time out
Timeout, Mifflin County.
of the half. Interesting call there, Colston. Why would you think you'd call a timeout there?
I feel like for Mifflin County, if you're taking a timeout there, it must be that you don't like what you see if you were doing that certain play call. If I had to guess off that formation, it was either an inside or outside run, and they didn't like what the Wildcats had out there. Obviously, those timeouts there are very precious late in halves. So taking 2 with only 11:04 left in this first half, not good for you. Slow start for both sides here. 11:04 left here in the 2nd quarter. You're watching MCTV. I'm Colston Diven.
I'm Aiden Stevens, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Huskies. 1 timeout left for the Huskies in this first half. 11:04. 0-0 is our score. 1st and 10 at the 10. Same formation. Hartung, shotgun. Handoff. Strohecker bounces it outside. Gets met at the line. Gets maybe a gain of 1 to make it 2. 2nd and goal at the 8.
Strohecker there with the carry there. Tried to bounce it outside there. And once again, the Wildcats are there. There's no chance for a first down here for Mifflin County, so you got to try and get into the end zone. A gain of 1 there is not what you want. You're behind on the sticks. It's going to be 2nd and 9.
If I'm the Huskies here, I'm targeting number 11. He had a catch on 3rd and 2 earlier. I'm going back to Nevin Farley. And if not Farley, you obviously have Landon Haig, who's been getting double-teamed all night, has had a quiet night so far. Strohecker in the backfield. They'll give it back to him. Inside the 5, he's down at the 1-yard line. So close to being in.
As we've got a flag here late. I believe this is going to be against Central Mountain because I saw the dog pound waving their hands up. We'll see what the call is on.
I don't know. The Huskies are moving back, though. Could this be holding? Personal foul against Central Mountain.
Personal foul against the Wildcats.
Obviously, for the Wildcats, you got such a short field. That's not what you want to see, but if you're Mifflin County, that could give you a first down or maybe half the distance.
I think it is 1st down and goal at the 1-yard line. Because I believe that personal foul is half the distance because it was after the play. And it's 1st down. You get an automatic first.
Obviously, if you're Central Mountain, you got to try and see if you can stop the run. They're going to call it
Third. Still third.
3rd down and a yard to go. Keeper, Hartung. Touchdown, Huskies.
Chase Hartung, quarterback, sneaks it in. We see that a lot with the Philadelphia Eagles. And Hartung, the quarterback keeper, the first ever touchdown scored at Donald M. Chapman III Stadium.
Just a simple play here. You expect Strohecker to get the ball with all the carries he's been getting. They keep it with Hartung to make it 6-0. And here comes the extra point crew.
We look at the replay here. Heavy set for Hartung. Just simple up the middle. Fights through as it'll be Joel Beamer kicking the extra point. It is up and good for the Huskies. 7-0 our score. 2 minutes gone in the second quarter. 7-0. You're watching MCTV. We welcome you back from MCTV. We welcome you back to MCTV. I mean, Steve, it's Colston Diven alongside me here. 7-0's our score. Huskies scored a touchdown off the shank punt. That went 2 yards, I believe.
If that.
Kickoff is set to go here. 9:58 left in the second quarter, and we are back underway at Kish Bank Field. It's going to dribble into the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So we are having, I believe, some Central Mountain contact there between the Central Mountain players. Weaver with the kickoff. As it'll be 1st down and 10 at the 20.
Central Mountain here so far, they've been very run heavy here. Let's see if they continue that. We've seen read options, inside, outside runs. We've seen even some QB powers. The one thing we haven't seen is a deep shot here from this quarterback here. Let's see if they try and dial one up here. Down 7 now.
Everett still in the game. Shotgun. Making an audible in the backfield. Drops back to pass. This might be the deep shot you're talking about. So I believe we're going to have a penalty marker, and the Wildcats are moving back 5 yards.
False start there. Just a little bit too antsy there, maybe on the deep shot. We don't get to see, though, but that's not something you want for the Wildcats. They've been playing with long-distance play drives all day, and it's going to continue here as they lose 5 there.
So it'll be 1st and 15 at the 15. 9:55 left. Huskies lead 7-0.
Everett here, as we've said, he's probably going to have to dial up some passes. He's been very dink and dunk and also been overthrowing some targets. Let's see what they try here on 1st and 15, however.
Drops back to pass, rolling out nearly into some pressure, stepping up, and there's the pressure. Still on his feet. Down he goes. He'll get back to the line, maybe lose a yard or two. And that was Aiden Daubert with the sack. And a big-time sack on 1st and 10.
I do want to say there, although the sack was to Daubert, it was
right here. We could see him step up there. 56 brings him down to start, and then Daubert finishes the job. That'll be Corbin Yoder. It'll be 2nd and 18 for the Wildcats.
Long distance here to go. Tried the 1st down pass to the go back to it.
Everett, shotgun. Looking, quick pass over the middle, incomplete, off of the hands of Serfani. So it'll be 3rd down and 18. They need to get to to their own 30-yard line. They're sitting at their own 12. The last time they had a punt inside their own 5, they barely went 5.
3rd and 18 here. We've had 2 straight passes because of them being behind the sticks. They're going to likely have a third here unless they want better position for a punt.
3rd down and 18 for Central Mountain.
So far, though, even though Mifflin County is leading here, their offense has been very shaky here. 1st and goal at the 10, and also we got a penalty on top of that.
Timeout Central Mountain as the play clock was getting low. We're going to take the break with them. You're watching MCTV. I'm Aiden Stevens.
I'm Colston Diven.
And we'll be back right after this break. We welcome you back to MCTV Football. Colston Devin alongside me. I'm Aiden Stevens. 3rd down and 18, 9:08 left to go in the 2nd quarter. Shotgun. Drops back to pass, looking, stepping up, pressure from the Huskies. Quarterback's going to take it himself. He will be nowhere close to the yard to gain. So it'll be 4th down and 15. And here comes the punt team for the Wildcats.
As much as Everett likes to run here so far, that's not the play you want to do here on a 3rd and long. Obviously, a running quarterback, his first instinct there is to run, but on 3rd and 18, you can't be running. You got to try and evade that pressure and try and throw it at least to the 1st down.
Corman looks to get a little bit of a better punt. High snap. Here come the Huskies. Nearly block it. That one's going to go out of bounds around the 30-yard line. Let's see where we mark it. Oh, and we have some scruffling there on the field. That was number 65 for Central Mountain. That'd be Evan Batterson, the freshman.
Obviously, freshmen trying to get their instincts in, trying to show that they're the bigger dog. You don't want to do that here. Down 7, Mifflin County, another short field. Plays like that you just can't have.
It'll be 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line for Mifflin County.
Mifflin County here have been very fortunate so far. Every drive, they've started at least with only 40 or 60 yards to go. This one, only 26 yards to go.
Expect Strohecker to get the ball here early. Huskies up by 7. It'll be trips far side.
That's Brandon Kaufman, the running back in here, instead for Strohecker, the senior, 5'8", 175.
Handoff up the middle. Fights through about 2 tackles. He'll get a gain of 5, maybe 6. It'll be 2nd and medium to go for the Huskies.
Brandon Kaufman there, the running back. Both running backs, very powerful runners. You can see them. The senior, he's got a little bit more experience. He can fight through that middle and get some solid yardage. That one nets in 5.
I'm seeing a lot of man coverage here from Central Mountain one-on-one, as it'll be a run up the middle once again. That one's going to be close to the yards to gain, and I believe it'll be a 1st down Huskies.
Once again, basically the exact same play. Brandon Kaufman right up the middle there. They couldn't stop it. The senior is going to get 4. It's going to be 3rd and 1. Got to be expecting a rush here if you're the Wildcats. 2 straight rushes and only a yard to go.
Right here we can see it again. Run up the middle. Almost identical plays. 66 for the Huskies right there. That would be Alonzo Torres just got in the way. What could have been a 1st down. Hartung lines up under in shotgun. 3rd and 1. Fumbles the snap. Hartung just falls back on top of it. It'll be 4th down and 5. And obviously with Brendan Noor, the kicker, leaving last season, you have
very inexperienced kickers here in Mifflin County. Do you want to try and send them out here for a 10-point lead?
It would be Beamer kicking. This would be a 40-yarder, 38, 40-yarder.
As of right now, Mifflin County's offense is out there. Hartung talking to the coach, and he's coming out. 4th and 5. Big down here for both sides as Mifflin County here near the red zone decides to go for it.
I mean, I like this call. You've seen how your defense has been playing. I like going for it. I believe the Huskies just called their final timeout of the half.
6:32 left. Mifflin County here, as I said earlier, those timeouts, very important here, and now you have none for the final 6.5 minutes. It's 7-0 here. Mifflin County leads in the debut of the new stadium.
Hartung heads back out onto the field for the Huskies. 4th and 5, trips to the near side. It'll be Weaver in the slot, Haig on the far near side of the field from this camera angle. Drops back to pass. Hartung rolling out, has a lot of room, throws it to Haig, caught, first down to the 10, all the way down to the 6.5, maybe the 7-yard line. First down, Huskies.
Haig, obviously the receiver one on this team. The senior has been doubled all night there. Just a simple drag like we saw earlier on that 3rd down, and it pays off. Once again, Mifflin County converts. As you see here, Haig just got some separation. Hartung was looking to run, just gives it to Haig, gets extra yardage, and now 1st and goal at the 8.
Hartung shotgun, trips to the far side, handoff up the middle, fights for a yard, maybe 2. He'll go down at the 6-yard line.
Hoffman there with the carry. It seems like so far with Hoffman, we've been seeing him go inside a lot more. Strohecker more to the outside. That's a solid gain of 4, they'll call it, for the senior. Going to cut in the distance in half.
2 is not half of 8, Colston.
Oh, wait, I guess it's true.
School starts this Monday, so.
Got to get my math right, yeah.
Yep, there you go. Here comes 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line. It'll be 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. It'll be Kaufman in the backfield. Receiver in motion. Toss to Kaufman, tries to bounce it outside, and there is nothing there for the Huskies. Nice job by number 32, Hayes Donley, the sophomore, to wrap up Kaufman, and it'll be 3rd and 9 for the Huskies.
They're going to give it a loss of 1 here. Obviously, Kaufman has been getting a lot of the carries on this drive. They've been running a bit of a committee here with Strohecker and Kaufman. Is this the time you bring in Strohecker?
I would throw it here.
And Strohecker is coming in here. Usually Strohecker, more of the receiving back we've seen so far.
And as we see here, sorry to interrupt, Colston, look at the attendance we have for the opening game.
Very solid. But obviously, loss of 1. As I said, Strohecker, more of the receiving back so far. 3rd and goal at the 7.
Hartung, shotgun, drops back to pass, surveying over the middle of the field. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. What a catch from Joel Beamer.
Obviously a fantastic grab. One-on-one, it's only pure strength there in a one-on-one battle, and Mifflin County wins it. With 4:31 left, the Huskies take a 2-touchdown lead.
So I believe we're going to get back to the replay here any second. As we see here, Hartung drops back, looks through his first, second read, finds Beamer, and I don't know how he caught that ball.
May I say, as much as it's a great catch, also, you can't defend a better pass like that.
Beamer's extra point is up and good. The guy who just caught the touchdowns out on the 7th point. 14-0, 4:31 left in the 2nd quarter. You're watching MCTV football. We welcome you back to MCTV Football. I'm Aiden Stevens.
I'm Colston Diven.
And it is 14-0 after the incredible catch by Joel Beamer on 3rd and goal. Here comes Dodger Weaver to kick us off here. Huskies lead 14-0, 4:31 left, and we're back underway at Kish Bank Field. Caught at the 11-yard line. Here comes the Huskies. The return's going to get around 6 yards. He cuts it back. Going backwards is not the way you want to go, and he'll lose maybe 5 or 6 yards on the return, and that was not optimal.
Ricky there, their senior. Obviously, you got to have a bit better skills than that if you want to try and cut back. You see there, he probably could have cut up the middle, but what I like to see there is the kick from Weaver there. He sends it high so the kick return team can get to him quicker, and obviously it stops them from getting extra yardage.
I believe that'll be a loss of 3 on the return, maybe 4.
They're going to start at their own 8-yard line. The Wildcats had long fields to go all day. It continues here on this drive.
Your attention, please, with Zachariah Moore.
Here comes 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line. Other than the opening drive, couldn't tell you the last time the Wildcats have been outside of their own red zone. It's been a struggle. Here comes a handoff out to the outside and swallowed by the Huskies D-line on that one.
That's Dalton, the senior, with the carry, 5'10", and Orange there to bring him down. The sophomore brings him down. Obviously, the running game here getting a little bit less successful as time goes on for the Wildcats. We haven't seen many passes here from the Wildcats. Let's see if they try and dial one up here, down 14 with a long field to go.
2nd and 12 at their own 6-yard line. Huskies' defensive line has looked like a completely different team from the first drive. Stepping up, looking, trying to escape, and it's another sack for the Huskies. Aiden Daubert, I believe that's his 2nd of the game.
Once again, this quarterback, Kyle Everett, likes to run, the sophomore, but so far here he's had no lanes to run as he keeps trying to rush up the middle instead of try and pass it downfield, and it hasn't been going anywhere. Once again, Mifflin County is giving the Wildcats some trouble on offense. It's going to be 3rd and 13 here.
As we see here, Everett steps up, tries to avoid the sack. Daubert right there clips the leg, and he fell right into the arms of Kane Peck. We have said those two names a lot on this Huskies defensive line. Here comes 3rd and 13 from the own 5-yard line. That looked like an incompletion.
They're going to put it back at the 5, not called a fumble.
I agree. I'm telling you what, that's why we have that replay.
That's why we have that
That's why we have the replay right there. It looked like a fumble, but after we saw it from a second angle, it looked like an incompletion.
4th and 13. Obviously, a short distance to punt. We've had pressure on punts all day.
Here comes some more. Nearly gets it. Haig fair catches it at the 36-yard line. Huskies got a 2-minute drill. No timeouts. We're going to try and make it a 3-score game live on MCTV. I'm Aiden Stevens.
I'm Colston Diven.
And we'll be back with you right after this. We welcome you back to MCTV Football. If you're just joining us, we apologize for some technical difficulties that we're having with the camera. I think it's gotten better over the stream, I hope. But here comes 1st and 10 at the 36, 1:56 left. Here, as that'll be Strohecker moving in motion, as so does Haig. Jet touch pass to Haig. He bounces it outside, 35-30. Jukes back inside, right into a Central Mountain defender. He spins to the 25, and the 2-minute drill, the Huskies got to get up quick on their feet. Get back to the line.
Once again, Haig here, he's had a quiet night. A catch there, a jet touch pass there. He hasn't done much, but on the plays he has had, he's been effective. Plays like that here. Clock's still ticking, but it gives them a lot less yardage to get here with not much time and no timeouts.
Could see Haig there juking back inside, fighting for those extra yards. Here comes Hartung, 1st and 10 from the 25. Roll out pass. Hartung looking, has lots of time, throws it. Nice catch by Nevin Farley, who holds on as I believe he dropped the ball.
That one was never caught. It wasn't even in his hands there on the bootleg there Obviously, you want to try and get that bootleg pass with the man on the outside. Just could not get it to connect, and it's going to be 2nd and 10. That one, Nevin Farley, the senior, with the target. Could not bring it in. Clock stops with 1:23 left on 2nd and 10 at the 25.
I think a first down here, you're in field goal range. Field goal does make it a 3-score game. Obviously, Central Mountain, if they get a stop here, I think they might have the momentum heading into half. Obviously, the offense has not been performing well, but here comes Hartung. Shotgun, trips far side, so is Strohecker. Drops back, pumps, going deep for Beamer. He caught it! Touchdown, Huskies! Joel Beamer with his 2nd of the game. And that one right there might be the catch of the year already in game 1. Joel Beamer, toe tap on the sideline. Touchdown, Huskies.
Joel Beamer does it again. They're one-on-one. He had a tough grab there and just an over-the-top throw. We're going to show it here on the replay. Hartung, plenty of time, lets it fly. The one-on-one, trusting Beamer, and just over his head for the touchdown.
I mean, that's catch of the year easily. Joel Beamer, here comes the extra point. Up and good. 21-0 our score. Beamer has 2 touchdown grabs, and that's catch of the year so far. And I don't think it's going to be contested for a while.
1:15, 21-0 left to go. The Wildcats, 2 timeouts, and they have to answer.
We'll look at it one more time here. Hartung steps into the throw, pressure one-on-one. They've been running man coverage all day. And right there, Joel Beamer makes them bite the dust. It was Yeager in coverage, the 5'8 DB. Beamer just mossed him.
Senior versus senior, you just got to see. You got to trust your guy in that one-on-one. And obviously the high ball there, exactly what Beamer needed. He's had a great night so far. 1:15 left. We're going to have kickoff here. Weaver to kick it off. We've seen some high kicks from him, giving the Wildcats a short field. Let's see if they do it here.
What a night Beamer's having. He has 2 touchdown grabs. He's looked great punting and kicking, obviously replacing Brendan Knorr from last year.
We've seen so far, it was Haig who they've been double covering, and it leaves Beamer, the senior, wide open on those 1-on-1 plays. Lots of man from the Wildcats. It's been great as Weaver kicks it here for the Wildcats' possession.
Remember, the last return went backwards. This one looking a lot better. Gets to the 30-yard line, and this is the best field position Central Mountain has had since their opening drive.
Heverly there on the return can play receiver or DB. The junior, obviously right up the middle. It's Smith with the tackle, number 27. Their best field positioning, I believe, yet. They've got 2 timeouts. We like to call the 1-minute drill here with 1:07 left to go here, down 21. Central Mountain gets it to start the second half, so they can double dip here if they can score here late in this first half.
67 seconds left in the first half. Everett in the shotgun, 2 receivers to his right, tight end, and running back to his left with another receiver. Drops back the pass, roll out actually, quarterback power, and Peck brings them down behind the line of scrimmage. We've seen him ball out on this defensive line so far.
Obviously, Mifflin County here, you've got to be expecting pass. So I like the call here on first down, your first play. Try and catch him off. Catch him
off guard.
Catch him off guard, thank you, with the run there. But obviously, it goes nowhere. The question is here, you're letting the clock tick. Do you bring it to halftime here, try and regroup down 21? It's a loss of 3 clock still ticking here.
I think we're just going to let this run down to half, Colston. And I'm telling you what a half from the Huskies so far. There's still time. Everett in the shotgun, rolling out, stepping up into pressure, and it's another sack for the Huskies. That's Daubert again. That's at least his second. He might have 3 at this point. And it'll be the last play of the first half. Huskies 21-0. Beamer has 2 touchdowns, and he's been the MVP tonight. As we look here in the last play of the first half, Everett stepping up, and this Huskies pressure has been amazing so far tonight. We head to halftime, and we're going to take a break with them. You're watching MCTV. I'm Colston Diven.
You're Colston Diven, huh? I'm Colston Diven.
And
He's Aiden Stevens, and we'll see you with the halftime report. Mifflin County here so far up 21-0 over the Wildcats.
that video package right there, all about our state champion, Carter Smith. Won multiple state titles, now sponsored by New Balance. They hold a New Balance outdoor and indoor invitationals. Now, Carter Smith, one of our own Mifflin County Huskies, sponsored by New Balance.
Very cool, very cool. I don't even know what to say. I mean, you never see a talent like this come from
Such a small area.
and he's just doing it.
I mean, that video package, obviously you guys aren't able to hear it. I apologize for that. But he only started running 3 years ago in his freshman year.
And he's just been, ever since his junior year, really all his entire career, he's just gotten better and better and better. I'd love to see what he can do really in like the top track competitors. I think he could be great.
I'm telling you what I think. He went on, I believe I saw on his Instagram somewhere, he took a visit to Oregon.
That's, one of the top colleges in the entire nation, and you see, this little school, Mifflin County, you see, oh, this guy's looking pretty good, and he does stuff like this. And that's why he's getting scholarships from Oregon and all these top schools from the nation. It's very cool to see.
Good, but you're talking about good, we're talking about greatness. Mifflin County history. Thank you all. We're very happy for Carter.
Yeah.
But let's head back to the second half of Mifflin County football. Less than a minute left to go as we are on the fan cam here for Mifflin County.
Before we start here, I want to get some halftime report, a very shortened version of it, but still. Mifflin County here up 21-0, but they started out slow. Obviously, they had the big drive there to the 40, not much that matriculated, and you saw Central Mountain on that first opening drive get a couple first downs. But ever since then, it's been all Mifflin County. We've been seeing Central Mountain been running most of the time with their running quarterback. That hasn't been going anywhere. Mifflin County has been adapting. Their defense has been getting pressure all night. And once again, it's going to continue here in the second half. The problem is that Central Mountain gets it first to start the second half. So if they can score here, start the second half, come out at halftime, it gives them a lot more momentum to try and come back and win this game.
If you're just joining us, we apologize for the possible lag coming in from the video. I'd like to thank everybody, a part of our MCTV crew. Here we have the camera people, instant replay. We have everybody. Thank you all, part of the MCTV crew once again. As the sun has set, the lights in the media room have gone off. So let's go through some highlights this first half. Last play. Oh, no, never mind.
We're just testing instant replay, I guess. Obviously, if you want to talk about something to replay is Joel Beamer. He's been fantastic. 2 touchdowns, both incredible catches, and obviously Hartung, some great passes there as well to both of them. And obviously, that's going to be on the highlight reel for maybe the entire year, both those catches. But Mifflin County is getting ready to kick once again. Weaver is going to be set back to kick. His kick's been sky high as they try to pin him deep. Down 21 for the Wildcats. They try to bring it back here with one half left to play.
Colston Devin alongside me. I'm Aiden Stevens. The second half action live on MCTV is underway from Donald M. Chapman III Stadium. Caught at the 10-yard line, will brought out to the 20, 25 to the 30, shapes through a couple tackles, will get to the 33-yard line. So we have some shoving going on between Trey Smith and, don't think that player's on my roster, number 42 for Central Mountain. Got in a little bit of scuffle. Oh, it was 22. My apologies. 22, that would have been Gavin Edmonston, the junior. Thank you, Colston, for correcting me on that. Everett's going to stay at the quarterback position. Obviously, we have 2 young quarterbacks. Here comes 1st and 10 from the 29. Everett, shotgun, 2 receivers to the left and right. Screen pass to the far side. Huskies all over it. That'll be a loss of 1. It'll be 2nd and 11 coming up.
When Central Mountain passes so far here today, it's been short passes to the main man here, the senior Mario, and it hasn't been going very well. That's about their 2nd or 3rd try. One of them overthrown. That one, a loss of 1. It's 2nd and 11.
Elijah Howard on the tackle. It'll be 2nd and 11. Need to get to the Husky 40, or the Central Mountain 40 for first down. My apologies. From the far side of the field, here comes 2nd and 11. Shotgun. 2 receivers to his left and right. Running back to his right. Another screen pass to the far side, caught, bounces it outside, and the Huskies all over it. As Madden Weaver wanted a flag on that play, wasn't able to get it. It'll be 3rd down and 10. Make it 9, actually 8, like a countdown. 3rd and 8 officially.
Nevin Farley there. You saw the great tackle, the senior. This team very senior and junior heavy, so they've got experience on trying to get these players down. They do it there. It's going to be another 3rd and long for the Wildcats. They haven't had many conversions. They've had 2 4th down conversions. I'm not sure they've had a 3rd down conversion all night.
Here comes 3rd down and 8. Everett, shotgun. Rollout pass. Pressure gets to him. Down he goes. Elijah Howard, his 2nd tackle for loss on the drive. And that one is going to be another 3 and out for the Wildcats.
I'll tell you what, I've been at some practices. I've seen Howard make some plays off that edge. He's a speedy edge rusher, and he does plays like that. Right off the edge there, Mifflin County's had pressure all night. And once again, Howard in the backfield there, not allowing him to escape. And now it's 4th and 14, Wildcats to punt.
Other than that one punt, it's looked like Corman has been doing pretty well. Here comes the pressure, nearly blocked. That punt's going to bounce at the 50, go out at the 47, and it'll be Huskies ball with 1st and 10 at their own 48.
We've seen so far here with this Mifflin County offense, they've been single and double teaming Haig on this man coverage, but the one man they haven't been covering, 2 touchdowns, Joel Beamer. Obviously, Hartung, with this man coverage formations they've been running, you've got to try and airmail it one-on-one, and Beamer's been able to do that.
Right here's the sack by Howard once again on 3rd down. Forcing the 3 and out, had 2 tackles for loss.
If you have that ticket, you just won $630. You can claim your prize.
Hartung here, 21-0. He's going to have a 5-wide spread.
Looks like man coverage. Expect the Wildcats to send pressure. Jet touch pass to the outside. Strohecker, flag is thrown. Strohecker fights for a yard. Let's see what the flag is for. Usually on those quick run plays, you expect a holding of some sort. Let's see who it's on. I think it's going to be holding against the Huskies, moving them back 10 yards. Let's see the official call.
It's going to be illegal procedure against the Huskies there. I will say that 1st and 10, you've seen that man coverage. I don't know why you keep that 5 wide and maybe try a deep shot. They've been trying man coverage all day. We've seen Beamer do well. Obviously, they're going to try and cover him a little bit better, which may mean Haig gets more open. I don't love the call on 1st and 10, and especially with the penalty, you lose 5 more yards to make it 1st and 15.
I believe 2 people were in motion at the same time. I believe that's what the penalty was for. So it'll be 1st and 15 from their own 43 to the near side.
We saw Kaufman there late in the half. He got most of the carries, but now Strohecker back in here. Now 1st and 15.
Handoff up the middle to Strohecker. Cuts it back inside. Fights for a gain of 3. They'll give him 2. Back to 3. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Obviously, Strohecker here, even though he has been a powerful runner, he's broke off a carry. He hasn't really gotten much lanes here to meticulate here in the inside. That's why I've been bouncing it outside so much. And there, with the rush there, I like the 1st down call, but only a gain of 3 means you're still behind on the chains with a 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12. Hartung lines up in the shotgun. Bottom of your screen, just off of it. Beamer one-on-one coverage once again. No high safety either. Hartung rolling out. Pressure, down he goes. That's the first sack the Huskies have allowed. And I believe that'll be number 85, Jacob Remble, the junior linebacker, with the tackle for loss. And it looks like it's going to be around 3rd and 25.
Once again, They've tried that bootleg play a couple times for Mifflin County, but this time Central Mountain sees it and they send the blitz. It pays off, and here, for the first time here, it feels like for Mifflin County, they've got third, and as I like to call it, a country mile, maybe 2 here, with third and about 25 coming up.
Third down and 24.
24 is officially the yards to get. Once again, it looks like they're still running man coverage. You have Beamer one-on-one at the bottom of the screen, just off of it, actually. Hartung dropping back, pressure, throwing over the middle, caught right at the original line of scrimmage. And that sack and then that penalty, it's the only reason the Huskies didn't get a first down on that drive. And it'll be a 3-and-out, presumably, for the Huskies.
That's a catch there by Dodger Weaver. We've seen him kick a couple times, but that's not Dodger Weaver. Forced to punt here for the Huskies, but still great catch there to try and give him a little more position for the punt.
Beamer.
Now,
go ahead. When the chemistry is so good, you guys talk at the same time. Here comes Beamer to punt. High skying punt. Will be caught at the 10-yard line, circling back, stiff arms a man, breaks one tackle, will only get to the 15, and a Beamer with another nice punt. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. When we return, you're watching MCTV. We welcome you back to MCTV Football. I'm Aiden Stevens. Colston Divin alongside me. 7:03 left here in the third quarter. Huskies lead 21-0. So here we're getting a line of scrimmage cam. Switch back up to the roof cam. We have 3 cameras usually in operation. I believe we only have 2, maybe 3. I could be wrong. We do have all 3 on the field. Thank you, Colston. Here comes 1st and 10 from the 15. Shotgun, handoff up the middle. We'll get back to the line, and that's it.
McDermott, with the carry there up the middle. Not much to go there. The Huskies, they've been playing that inside run very well tonight. And once again, they do it there. 21-0 our score. Clock ticking here in the third quarter. 6:37 they call left to go.
It'll be 2nd and 10 after the gain of 0 on that play. Everett has had a quiet night due to the fact that the Wildcats have been running the ball a lot, my apologies. Here comes 2nd and 10 from the 15. Need to get to the 25 for a first down. Man in motion. Fakes the jet touch pass. Will try and run it up the middle, and the Huskies all over that. I believe that was Howard again with the nice hit. So we'll go to the instant replay right here. Quarterback power on this one. Sends the man in motion. Quarterback power, cuts back inside. Huskies right there, and Howard just finishes the job.
Obviously, he's a very heavy hitter as the junior, listed as a receiver, but he can play that linebacker or lineman position as well. He's got speed. He can do it there. Now 3rd and 9.
Dropping back to pass, rolling out pressure once again. Down he goes once again. Huskies all over him. 3 Huskies. That right there was a triple tag team right there. And Howard once again in the mix. And another 3-and-out caused by the Huskies.
Once again, this Mifflin County pressure has been here all night. Central Mountain just can't hang with them, but you got to have a little bit of lanes here. 3 people there, the first one there. And once again, that was Jake Knable there getting there first. Mifflin County here up 21. Once again, Central Mountain in their own end zone.
Last time they had a punt from this range. Didn't go very far. Let's hope this one goes a little bit better. Punt, no pressure. That one line drive. Bounces at the 40. Haig will pick it up at the 45. He'll cut it out to the outside. Still has gotten a yard. Cuts back to the outside once again. Stiff arms one. He's to the 40. Cuts back into the 20. Jukes inside. Penalty flag flies, and we have a Central Mountain player down. And he is looking very slow to get up. Let's hope he's okay. He gets back up on his feet. I think he just got the wind knocked out of him. Let's hope it's that. That punt return was a little too wild for my liking. That was number 54, Nick Luce, the player that was slow to get up.
Was a blocker there for the punter there with plenty of time to punt. We'll see what the flag's on here.
I believe it was a block in the back. Officials having a discussion about it. I believe it's a 10-yard penalty? 15-yard penalty.
Haig there, the good return. Once again, it's going to be taken away. The Huskies, though, still with a big lead, but you got to be more. You got to have less penalties, I feel like, if you want to win some games. Some of these games are going to be a lot closer, and those penalties are going to hurt you without those short fields.
Speaking about close games, next week, Mifflin County hosts Central York Friday. Same place, same time, 7 p.m. here, as the Huskies and Central York went to overtime in that last game. But here's 1st and 10. Hardtongue, shotgun. Timeout called, I believe, by Central Mountain. That'll be their first of the half.
If you're just now tuning in, both these teams, their first games on the year. Central Mountain winless last year, and they aren't starting out too good here. Lost 42-6 last year and has never beaten Mifflin County, but their next game at home versus Bloomsburg next Friday. As for Mifflin County, our first game in the brand new stadium, and I gotta say, in the press box, I love it. It's so much fun. We got instant replay and all that. They're coming off a 4-6 season, outscored by their opponents by only 50 points, and obviously some heartbreakers in there. You get a couple more of those wins, you have a lot more momentum later in the year. They beat Central Mountain, obviously 42-6, undefeated against them. And their next game, next Friday, same spot, MCTV versus Northern York.
Right there as we're watching that last sack right there. So it'll be 1st and 10 from Central Mountain's 48. 2 Central teams for the first 2 weeks, by the way, Colston. Central York next week, and today we got Central Mountain.
It's Northern York.
Thank you.
You said Central York twice. That's why I said Northern.
Thank you. Run up the middle. Strohecker breaks couple. He's to the 30. Running through guys down to the 26. First down, Huskies.
What I love to see here, he's only a sophomore, but man, he plays like a senior. The tough runner, Isaiah Pacheco. He reminds me a little. Isaiah Pacheco, I meant to say, he reminds me of Isaiah Pacheco there in Jackson Strohecker. He had a big run earlier that was taken away, and he gets a big run there, breaking a couple tackles.
Right there, he breaks off 2. Are we considering that a tackle? If so, that's 3,
and then
4.
They need at least 2 people to get him down every time.
Here comes a toss to Strohecker while the replay's going on. There's 1, there's 2, fighting for as many yards as he can. And that's what I really like about Strohecker. You said yourself, as Strohecker is slow to get up.
You hate to see that. He had an injury last year.
I believe that was a cramp.
Let's hope so. Obviously, Strohecker, very young, one of the few sophomores on this team. You don't want to lose him for a second straight year.
That would hurt.
We're going to have likely Brandon Kaufman, the senior, 5'8", 175, come in here after a gain of 4. And it will be.
It's kind of weird. It wasn't your traditional tackle. It was a shoelace tackle on Strohecker. But let's hope Strohecker gets back on the field. I'm trying to look on the sideline. I can't quite see him there. The purple jersey and the purple sideline. It's like, where's Waldo? Here comes 1st and 10, or 2nd and 6. Strohecker, handoff up the middle. Kaufman gets a yard, maybe 2. Here comes 3rd and 4 coming up for the Huskies.
Obviously, Mifflin County, this second half, you want to play a little bit of keep away if you're up 21 here. You keep running that ball. Obviously, they can pass as well. We've seen it with some great passes, but obviously Kaufman and Strohecker, obviously we hope Strohecker's okay, but if he is healthy, that's a great 1-2 punch committee. As we've seen Strohecker, both of them really more power backs, but I'd like to say Strohecker's more of a receiving back than Kaufman is.
Here's 3rd and 4. Kaufman still in the game. Trips near side of the field. Haig double teamed at the top, dropping back the pass. Looking, has all the time in the world, has Haig on a drag, caught. First down Huskies, brought down near the horse collar. I don't think they're going to call it, and now the penalty flag flies. We had a similar situation like this last year against Lower Dolphin. Thought it was a horse collar. It was called for personal or unsportsmanlike conduct. I remember that game very vividly. 9-7 was the final score. Are they going to call it a horse collar or an unsportsmanlike conduct?
Obviously, this is after the play, so this could also be on Mifflin County.
That's what I was meaning by unsportsmanlike conduct. Let's see what it is after the play. Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Huskies.
And obviously, that's going to wipe away the first down there by Haig, and we're going to have 3rd and long. Obviously, you were in field goal range. Now you have to get back into field goal range here. If you're just joining us, 2:32 left to go. The Huskies up 21-0 over the Central Mountain Wildcats. I'm Colston Diven.
I'm Aiden Stevens, and it'll be 3rd and 10. Very weird that we got a similar situation like that. We had one against Lower Dolphin last year. Huskies were in field goal range. They fell out of field goal range. They lost the game by 2 points. So obviously that was a very deciding factor. This one, the nail's not in the coffin, but it is very close.
With that penalty, the Huskies do keep the first down. They just lose a little bit of yardage. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 26.
Hartung dropping back, rolling out. Gets the check down. Penalty flag throws. I believe that's going to be a holding on the running back there to give Hartung enough time. It'll be a 1st and 20. It is confirmed a holding against the Huskies.
Obviously, we've seen Mifflin County with a lot of those bootleg passes, usually one short man, one deep man. They throw the short there. That's Dominique Senek there with the catch. And obviously, not what you want there. That play negated with the holding call against Brandon Kaufman. 1st and long now to go.
2:06 left in the 3rd quarter. Huskies lead by 21 and have the ball. 1st down and 20 coming up from their own 36. Need to get to the 16-yard line to move the chains. Landon Haig had a 3rd and 4 catch. Brought down near the horse collar. Didn't like call. Told the ref his opinions. Got a 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct. Here's 1st and 10, or 1st and 20. Handoff up the middle. Gain of 2. So it'll be 2nd down and 18.
Kaufman up the middle there. We've seen him do it plenty of times. And there he barrels forward there, trying to get a little bit extra yardage there. A lot of inside runs here in the second half for Mifflin County, which I don't hate. You want to play keep away here up 21. But also, you got to try and switch it up. You got to try and not have these 1st and 20 handoff up the middle, because if you don't get good yardage, you only get a yard. It's going to be 2nd and 19 now, and you're way behind on the sticks.
2nd and 19. Huskies probably 15 yards, 10-15 away from field goal range. Hartung, shotgun, dropping back to pass. Here comes pressure off the edge. Throws it deep for Haig. Did he catch that? He caught it at the 3-yard line. That was Madden Weaver with one of the greatest catches you'll ever see. One-handed on the sideline, and he got held. Unbelievable catch.
What is the call?
I believe it'll be pass interference against Central Mountain. Yeah, and that's exactly what it is.
It was incomplete. It was not caught. Great effort, but they do get the penalty.
I think they signaled it as a catch on the sideline. That's why I thought he caught it. My apologies on that.
Still, though, a great effort there, trying to bring it down there. Tight coverage, and I also like Hartung there, trusting his guy here. They've been running a lot of man, one-on-one. You've already had one man catch it. Why not try it again? Now it's going to be 1st and maybe 4. 2nd and 4, they'll call it on a 15-yard penalty.
Dropping back. Hartung, pressure, rolls out of it. He's back to the 35. He just needs to get it out. Hartung looking for a play, shovel pass, incomplete. That's the right play call right there, to just shovel it away.
I will say there by Hartung, I like the play. You obviously had the blitz on the edge there by Central Mountain, but you get out of it with a great bounce, and you try and cut outside. Obviously, you want to try and make a play out of it. Shuffle pass there. It's either incomplete or you get some extra yardage, but it will bring up 3rd and 3 off the incomplete pass.
That play was just crazy. I mean, Hartung looked like he got sacked. He was back to his own 40. Now would have led it to third 25. We're going to have an official's timeout here.
I will say so far in this second half, this third quarter, obviously Central Mountain, not much offense here, but their pressure off the defense has been much more effective as we see Strohecker come back in here for third and 3.
I believe, sorry to interrupt you, Colson, I believe we have an injury on the Central Mountain sideline. Officials are not in place.
They're going to let him play here with 58 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Now the Huskies moving back here.
Oh, and that's not great news. I believe that's Corman, the linebacker. He also punts, and I believe he was reaching for his leg. That is, I mean, that just looks rough. Let's hope he's okay. Obviously, you never want to see injuries. But it's 3rd and 3 for the Huskies at the 20-yard line. Man coverage, watch out for the pressure by Central Mountain. Handoff up the middle, bounces it outside. Strohecker back in the game, and he gets enough for a Huskies first down.
Once again, it's Strohecker there making some great plays. He's a tough runner. Even as he gets injured, he comes back in and does that as just a sophomore. I got to preface that. He rushes like a senior and is a sophomore, people. Once again, another first down. 21-0, our score clock ticking.
Let's take a look here at this 3rd and 3 run. Hartung in the shotgun handoff inside zone. Bounces off a couple tacklers. Lowers his shoulder, spins, fights for enough yardage, and a Huskies first down. 30 seconds remaining in quarter number 3. Huskies lead 21-0. Trying to put the nail in the coffin this drive. Hartung dropping back the pass, surveying, looking, stepping back. This could be the dagger. Wide open, touchdown, Huskies. Madden Weaver, no one was within 12 yards of him, and it's a touchdown, Huskies, 27-0. And that right there might be the nail in the coffin.
Dodger Weaver, just nobody near him here as we take a look at the replay here. Just a simple route here, trying to go up the middle, find the defense here off guard. Hartung, plenty of time. Just the defense gets lost. Weaver is wide open, and we've got a 4-touchdown game.
27 looking to make it 28. Joel Beamer. It'll be Hartung's 3rd passing. That one is up and good. Hartung has 3 through the air, 1 on the ground. So we have a light show going on.
15 seconds here left in this third quarter. Mifflin County here now putting on a show. It's 28-0 here. We'll be right back right after this.
So we welcome you back here to MCTV action. We're going to watch the replay back one more time. This is just a simple cover 2 zone beater. You have 2 high safeties playing both sidelines of the field. And the middle, the deep third in the middle, wide open for a touchdown. That puts the Huskies up by 4 touchdowns in a 28-0 game. 15 seconds left to go in the third quarter. He's Colston Diven. I'm Aiden Stevens, and we're back underway. Kind of a squib kick, line drive right to the return man. He'll field it at the 9. Gets to the 20, runs into his own player, kind of helps him, bounces outside, jukes one man. He'll go out of bounds around the 26-yard line, and it'll be first down Central Mountain with 5 seconds left in quarter number 3.
As I said earlier, Central Mountain outscored 4 times here by the amount of their opponents. Their average score was 28-0 in a loss. Obviously, 5 seconds left here to go in this third quarter. They're up 28-0.
Just to be more precise, got outscored 499-101 in their games. The Wildcats did. Huskies won this game last year 42-6. And if nothing changes, it looks like it's going to be 4 straight years, 4 straight wins for the Huskies against the Wildcats.
Final play here this third quarter. 5 seconds left to go here. Let's see what they have cooking up.
Everett. Weird play, pop pass. It'll be a gain of 3. Pop pass to Serfani. And it'll be the end of the third quarter. We got 12 minutes of action left to be played on MCTV. He's Colston Diven. I'm Aiden Stevens. We'll be back right after this break.
We're back here, fourth quarter action here. 28-0 Huskies here. 1 quarter left to go as the fields switch here, the side switch, as the Wildcats here. So far here, what I'd like to see through 3 quarters, they have not really thrown much passes at all or even really a deep pass. If you're down 4 touchdowns, I know you've got a sophomore quarterback, but at some point, you have to try and launch it. They haven't been trying it all day. The Huskies have not been playing very deep here, with not very high safeties, so you got to try it here. But we'll start the fourth quarter, 28-0 here.
Everett shotgun, takes the snap, handoff up the middle. Hole opens up, and on second and, 7? 6, 7? On, second and medium. Second and medium, you got to think about throwing that ball in that situation.
I'm disappointed.
What?
Do I say the thing?
No, Colston. Here comes 3rd and 4. It's going to be a long year with you.
Oh, you're the one who said it. I don't want to hear it. I don't care if we're live. That's you, not me.
Here comes 3rd and 4. Shotgun. 2 receivers to his left and right. Pressure, run up the middle. And as you were saying, they need to throw the ball here.
Obviously, you're down 28. The question is, do you try to go for it here? I feel like you have to here down 28. Do they try to here, or do they bring out the punt unit? That's Corbin Yoder, the senior, number 56, there.
They're punting
with the tackle. As they are bringing out the punter.
Here comes Corman. He got hurt earlier in the game. As the student section there getting hype, knowing that this game is very much in reach. Penalty flag thrown. That's in contention for highest flag thrown of the year. So it was off the screen.
Flag thrown higher than the Central Mountain has ever thrown the entire game so far. So
that's just unnecessary, Colston. I believe it's, I think there's 12 men on the field. I think the official, I'm sorry. I think the official thought that there were 12 men on the field, and there was only 11. They got the call mixed up. So we're looking back into the student section. Called 12 men on the field when there was 11. Here comes the snap, pressure, punt, line drive. That ball's going to roll to the 30, to the 25, stop on a dime. And the Huskies going to get the ball back with 10:07 remaining in the fourth quarter. We welcome you back to MCTV action. as the Huskies lead by 28 over Central Mountain, have possession of the ball. I think they're going to take the rest of this game nice and slow, and it's going to start with a handoff. Strohecker fighting all of that to get a yard.
Strohecker here, even though it's just a yard, there wasn't really much of a lane to go. He's a very strong runner, but there, that much to go. Multiple people there, only a gain of 2 here, but obviously time of possession, the main thing here. The Huskies have had it all night, and and that's the reason maybe that they're up. As Central Mountain here hasn't had much offense to go here. They have not been passing much, and obviously down 28, you had to there, maybe even go for it. They don't, and obviously Mifflin County just trying to run out the clock here.
We look at the marching band here, 2nd and 8 for the Huskies. Dropping back to press, unblocked blocker. That one's a little bit high. It'll be 3rd and 8.
Obviously, there just a quick pass there, Hartung here on 2nd and 8. I don't hate the call, but the problem, you can't overthrow that pass. And obviously now it's going to be 3rd and long here to go. 9:17 left to go. Mifflin County here undefeated against Central Mountain. And they're trying to keep it coming here. Just trying to run that clock out, up 28. Last year it was 42-6. My apologies. And now it's 28-0.
That one was on me this time. Here comes Hartung, 3rd and 8. This is a passing situation. Trips near side, dropping back to pass, unblocked blocker, throwing over the middle. That one too high for Farley. Farley tried to sell the flag, wasn't going to get it.
There is a flag on the field here.
I just can't see it.
We'll see what it is.
If they call pass interference on that, I will say Farley sold that pretty well.
3rd and 8 could turn into 4th and 8 or a 1st down here. And it's going to be pass interference against the Wildcats, which means the Huskies get a new set of downs here.
I thought Farley. I didn't think that was PI. I think Farley just sold that really well.
I don't think that was PI either. Once again, Hartung throws it a little bit too high there, but he sells it with the hand up saying, where's my penalty? And he gets it there, 1st and 10.
So we're on the Huskies sideline bench here. It'll be 1st and 10.
Get to see up close and personal what it's like at the football field.
I'd like to thank everybody, part of the MCTV crew here, as that's going to be a run up the middle. Believe that's a new running back up the middle. That's number 23 for the Huskies. Run up the middle will be a gain of 4. Hill with the run up the middle.
Pick up a 4 on the play. 2nd down.
So it'll be a gain of 5. 4-5.
They call it 4.
Zaire Hill with the run. So here comes 2nd and 6 from the 45. It'll be 2 receivers to the near side, receiver far side. Handoff up the middle. Run up the middle gets nothing.
Obviously, I like the thing here with Mifflin County here. You've got late in the game a good lead here. Try and see what some of your project players can do here. Obviously, Hill, one of them there at running back, the sophomore. You want to see what he can do here with 8 minutes left to go. This game mostly in hand, but obviously 2 straight runs, only 5 yards, and now it's going to be 3rd and 5.
Here comes 3rd and 5, 7:40 shotgun, play action pass, looking over the middle, caught, 1st down. Huskies.
That's Dodger Weaver there, the number 3 man, the junior with the catch. Obviously, right up the middle, they've had those short dink and dunk plays that have been getting them 1st downs. Plays like that have been why the Huskies have been able to continue these drives with ease.
Right there, that was just a simple in route. The Huskies are across midfield once again.
This drive here, mostly to consume clock. Obviously, the PI, a big part in why this drive's still going, but obviously, they've been converting 3rd downs all night. They do it there with Dodger Weaver here as we've striked 7 minutes left to go here in our first home game.
here at the brand new facility, Kish Bank Field at Donald M. Chapman III Stadium. Handoff up the middle, fights for a gain of 3.
That's going to be Hill once again.
Hill again on the carry.
Hartung heads back to Coach Breon. Hear what the play call is on 2nd and 7.
I'd be shocked if it's anything but a run here. You want to just try and keep this clock running here, up 28. See if you can just close this game out maybe on this drive.
I think watch out for a possible deep play action pass. Would not shock me. Because you're up by 28. They wouldn't be expecting it. And you have guys like Landon Haig. So it'll be a run up the middle. Stuffed up the middle for a gain of 4. Make it 5, actually. Better run than I thought.
You can see Hill trying to play the power back there, going right up the middle, putting his head down. 2 Central Mountain defenders there. Bounces off him, but can't get anything extra. On a gain of 4, it's now 3rd and 2 at the 44-yard line of the Wildcats. Our next game here is going to be soccer on Tuesday, as we do more sports now, which is very fun. So we got Tuesday next. We got boys and girls soccer, so we got to learn the rosters for that. But we'll have that ready for you next Tuesday here. Same spot, same place.
Here comes 3rd and 2. Hartung in the shotgun. Handoff up the middle. Bounces it outside, cuts back in, and is very close. They're going to mark him short of the distance to gain. And I must say, I am loving this view with the school in the background. It just looks so nice.
It is. It's a very, I'd say it now, this is kind of like the campus now of Mifflin County. You got the field, you got the school.
You got the baseball field down the hill. You have the softball field to the other side. You have the track and the practice field. Also, the softball side of the field facility, I guess we'll call it. So here's 4th and a half yard. Handoff up the middle, has it with ease. Gets his helmet ripped off, and it'll be a 1st down, Huskies.
Hill, I believe, with his helmet off, will have to come out for a play.
Trapper Bechtel on the tackle.
And that he will.
That's enough for a 1st down.
Once again, Mifflin County just trying to run the clock out here as this long drive continues with another 1st down. Timeout. It's going to be the Huskies here after Hill gets the first. 4:27 left to go. The Huskies up 28-0 here over the Wildcats. We'll be right back. You're watching MCTV.
We welcome you back to MCTV. Once again, we're going to look at this last touchdown by the Huskies. Wide open in the back of the end zone for the 4th touchdown to put the Huskies up 28-0. That's our score as we remain with 4.5 minutes left to go in opening night at Donald M. Chapman III Stadium.
Obviously, here late, you got to have both teams maybe put some backups in, see what you can get going. The quarterback now for Mifflin County, that's Nate Lindley, the junior. Usually plays receiver, and now he's going to play some quarterback here with 4 and some change here left to go.
While you were talking about that, Huskies broke off a big 20-yard run to get inside or very close to the red zone. Well, it's coming back because of a holding.
That would be Jake Knabel if that had stood with the running back carry. Very short player, very agile as well. Obviously doesn't get much playing time here, but obviously, as I said, late in this game, you got some of those project players in to see what they can do.
I believe Christine now checks in. He could possibly play quarterback. That's what we show on our roster. But also, Lindley plays quarterback and receiver.
Mark the ball at the 30-yard line.
Lindley gets the Huskies together in the huddle. 25 on the play clock, 4:14 left in the game.
Going to be 2nd and 6 here from they call the 30.
Lindley in the shotgun. Toss play to the outside. It'll be Knable again. Fights for a gain of 3. Throws him out of bounds. And it'll be 3rd and 2, maybe 3 for the Huskies.
Once again, Knable there trying to be agile. Just the Wildcats not having it. Trying to get to the outside. Uses speed. And obviously they're getting him out of bounds without much to go there. Less than 4 minutes left to go now. He gets out of bounds. The clock will stop on 3rd and about 3.
So we have the fan cam up here. So there's 2nd and 3, or 3rd and 3. Let's see here. Lindley in shotgun. Man in motion. They'll give it to him on the jet touch pass. Cuts back inside and has enough for a first down. Breaks 3, 15-10. Touchdown, Huskies. What a run. Breaks through a couple tackles, and he finds the back of the end zone to make it a 34, soon to be 35-point lead.
Obviously, as I said, those project players, you get plays like that, gets them energized. That's Lucas Hartung, the junior, coming in there as we look at the replay here. Very agile, these backups. You see him breaking some moves. Obviously, it looks like he's going to be down, and he just gets to the outside, and nobody is going to catch him there. 5-touchdown game here as Hartung, his first carry, goes for 6.
Here comes Beamer to make it a 35-point game. Kick is up and good, 35-0. You're watching MCTV football. We have 3:45 left in tonight's game. Wildcats going to get the ball when we return. You're watching MCTV football. We welcome back to MCTV football. 3:45 left in tonight's matchup between the Wildcats and the Huskies, and Mifflin County once again is going to start 1-0 and lock themselves into the district playoffs, where they will have a date with either State College or Altoona. But still, it's week 1, way too early to determine who's going to get what. So we have some shoving there after the play by 44 and 15. Alec Johnson for Central Mountain. That's a quarterback. And number 44 for the Huskies.
That's going to be Orange there trying to get some fight. Obviously, tension's running high here. You got nothing left to lose here down 35 if you're the Wildcats. So why not just get a little bit chippy? Try and see if you can get them a little bit ahead of the sticks here. We'll see who it's on, however.
I would not be shocked if this is offsetting penalties. Both players threw, not punches, but Aaron, I'm telling you what, for a sophomore, he threw him to the ground. Unsportsmanlike conduct, and it'll go against Central Mountain and the Mifflin County. So they are offsetting penalties. Ball will remain at the 30-yard line. And I know, like you said, you kind of want to move the sticks, but there's 3 minutes left. I think there's no reason to get chippy. It's just there's no point. Because if you get tossed out of this game, you're not going to be able to play the next game. Something like that. I'm not sure. I just don't find it necessary.
3:37 left to go. If you're just now joining us, you missed a lot. But the one thing you haven't missed is Central Mountain scoring, as it's 35-0. Lost 42-6 last year, and now 3:37 left. The Huskies looking to close it out with a shutout here in their new stadium in their first game.
Donald M. Chapman III Stadium at Kish Bank Field. Play clock running. Huskies looking to show pressure. High snap. Runs it to the outside. Runs right into a couple of Huskies right there.
That'll be Fredericks, the freshman there. Obviously, both these sides trying to put some project players in. We saw Hartung here. His first carry was a score. Let's see if Central Mountain here, with these backups in, see if they can get a little bit of momentum here, maybe for these backups going into next week to see if they can get something going.
I'm going to tell you what, Colston. The one downside I can think about this is the traffic getting out of here. It is going to be a long night depending on when you leave. Here comes 2nd down and 9. Quarterback's going to roll out. It's a quarterback run. That's going to be Johnson, the guy who got in a scruffle with Arend earlier.
The quarterback here, also a freshman. I'm seeing here, these freshmen here coming in late. They want to give them a little bit of playing time here. Obviously, both quarterbacks for Central Mountain, both sophomore and freshman. So you want to try and get the freshman a little bit of playing time here. See if he can maybe get a couple good passes here. Because who knows? I mean, you've got an 0-1 start. Maybe you go to the freshman here next week. Obviously, we will show you or tell you who wins, each game here in week 1, next broadcast.
Read option works perfectly, bounces it to the outside, and it'll be a first down.
Obviously, as I was saying, we will tell you who wins each game here in week 1 heading into next week. But as of right now, the Huskies in firm control of this one. Johnson here, also both quarterbacks for Central Mountain. We've seen very capable of running. Johnson there, a good run there for a first down as we're under 2 minutes here left to go. The Huskies going to improve to 1-0. And right now, the Wildcats are going to go to 0-1. Still winless against Mifflin County.
Here comes 1st and 10, clock running. Believe it'll be continuous runoff. Here comes pressure, throwing it to the outside, and that one's going to be picked off, going down the sideline. It'll be a pick 6 for Talon Hopple. Touchdown, Huskies.
Hopper obviously hasn't gotten much playing time. The junior, these project players putting a lot of effort in as they are obviously overthrow there. We've seen a couple of them from Central Mountain, but the freshman there, way overthrown, and a pick 6.
And that right there is your dagger.
If it wasn't over already, it is now. 6 touchdown game here with 1:09 left to go.
Just overthrown right into the hands of Hopple, and he will go all the way. Touchdown, Huskies, 41-0 game. And that is the nail in the coffin.
We'll see here, Central Mountain, some players running onto the field. Obviously, they're just going to try for one here. Hopple, obviously, these juniors, some of them not getting much playing time, so you love to see them, getting a pick 6 like that here late. Gives them a little bit of morale. Maybe they'll get more playing time next week.
This to make it a 42-point game, and you bet make it 6 for 6 for extra points as the lights go off for probably the last time here tonight. The Huskies are going to come out on top by a final of 42-0. Still a minute 9 left on the clock, but we're going to assume that there's no more scoring.
We'll see, though. Maybe we get some garbage time. Maybe the Wildcats here try and catch the Huskies off guard. But if you can start with a shutout here, as we see Hartung's getting into it.
Hartung's hype. He knows that the Huskies are improving to 1-0. And our next broadcast this Tuesday, 2nd day of school, the Huskies take on James Buchanan in boys and girls soccer doubleheader. We're looking forward to that. We're going to get a lot of more opportunities here. We're going to do some field hockey games. Going to do 2 boys and 2 girls soccer games, and all of the home football games. I'm very looking forward to the opportunity. I'm going to thank everybody one last time on the MCTV crew as let's go to tonight's play the game. Chase Hartung dropping back within a minute or so left in the final play of the first half. Trembling over my words, just like Joel Beamer was trembling over the defender on that one. And that right there was tonight's play of the game.
Obviously, Beamer, he had a great night, but he hasn't had many opportunities here in the second half because really, Central Mountain, we've seen so far, I'm not sure they've thrown a ball over maybe 10 yards. So we'll see here with a minute 9 if they finally try that deep shot. But as of right now, 42 to zip, zilch, nothing.
So now we're going to have a holder coming, I believe.
Weaver will kick it off here. He had a touchdown earlier on a busted cover 2 coverage. 1:09 left to go here. The Huskies are going to improve to 1-0 here football-wise. They will take on Northern York next Friday night. Same spot, same time here in the new stadium, trying to improve to 2-0. And the Wildcats are going to go to 0-1. Their next game is also next Friday. They're going to be at home facing Bloomsburg.
High kickoff there will be caught at the 15-yard line. Breaks through to the 35. Minute 3 on the clock, and the clock will run as we hit a minute exactly left on the clock.
Hayes, the running back there on the kick return, the sophomore, with exactly a minute left. Let's see if we've got a garbage time touchdown in the Wildcats. Right now, Northern York, who Mifflin County plays next week, down 26-0. So that's good news for the Huskies. 1 minute here left to go. The Huskies up 42-0. We'll see what Central Mountain here does to see if they can put some points up here.
Presumably, as the clock runs now officially under a minute, we're going to see 1 or 2 final plays. And I mean, I know I said it a lot of times, but once again, I want to thank everybody a part of the MCTV crew for making this broadcast possible. Without all of them, it's going to be very similar to Mitchell, but we have a lot of new equipment here and facilities. As the ball gets popped out, Mifflin County thinks they fall on top of it, and a bad night for Central Mountain just gets even worse. A fumble recovery by Mifflin County, and as we see here on the replay, we got to give it to 48-54 on the Huskies. That's Jace Bender, the one that stripped the ball out.
28 seconds left to go. I expect, just a kneel here to finish out this game. A shutout in the new stadium started out. Exactly what you want to see, as the home crowd's going to end up happy.
Colston, I know there's still 28 seconds left, but what are your key takeaways from tonight's game?
What I've seen from Mifflin County, obviously this second half, you're already up 28-0. I liked how they played keep away most of the time to just end the game, make sure Central Mountain has a chance of coming back. And also, I like how Hartung here, a couple times, he had that man coverage. He threw it deep there, trusted his receivers one-on-one. Most of the time, it did pay off. You got a pass interference call, and also you got that touchdown by Beamer. Definitely the MVP of the night.
We are not going into victory formation here, unless it's just going to be, it is going to be a kneel down. And that'll be it for tonight's game. Huskies come out on top, 42-0, official final score, and that'll be it. Huskies come on top 1-0 to start the season and improve to 4-0 against Central Mountain over the last 4 years. Colston, any final words?
Obviously, Mifflin County, a complete game tonight. Hartung, you can see at the front getting hype. You love to see it from your senior quarterback with a lot of momentum here. 42-0 your final. Next week, football is back on Friday Night Lights, taking on Northern York. Same thing for Central Mountain as they take on Bloomsburg. As for your next broadcast, though, we're back today, same spot with boys-girls soccer versus James Buchanan here in a 42-0 win.
I will say a player that had a quiet night was Landon Haig. He was double-teamed, but that allowed Beamer to have an incredible night. You got to give it up for the Huskies. They earned this win tonight. And we talked about this at halftime. The Huskies started off slow on that opening drive. Haig had that great kick return, then went 3-and-out on the ensuing drive. But after that, the Huskies' offense
really came alive.
Really did come alive.
We saw there, Central Mountain there, it feels like after that first few drives for both sides, Mifflin County, they had a first drive, 3-and-out, Central Mountain, as you
And
can
look at the players.
they're getting hype. You love to see that with a lot of momentum. And also Central Mountain, that first drive, obviously got a couple first downs.